Good afternoon. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 1144 Iliff Street in Pacific Palisades, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that would be underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So we're currently sitting looking down into the public sewer out near the middle of the street. I found a 3-inch clean out here on the right side of the house, near the back, just inside one of the fresh air or sub-area accesses. So I dropped in there and made it all the way up to this point, but it was very hard to get to this point, so we're going to record this line backwards. Basically, the line comes out the back of the structure, makes 4 45-degree turns as it comes out of the back to essentially come 180 degrees around the left side of the building, running down the left side of the property, and then out down onto the street. We'll go ahead and start the camera pulled back here. As we pull off a public sewer, we're in a 6-inch clay piping, which is very typical. Now, the clay pipe materials, they are expected to have a long service life. Being a natural material, clay, they aren't really expected to deteriorate underground per se, but they are fairly brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. What we're specifically looking for are any significant cracks or breaks, significant offsets or separations where these pipe sections connect or the joints. Anything that would be considered a compromise to the integrity of the pipe. You can see here we got more of these roots coming in at these joints. Normally we are suggesting that these root intrusions can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings, provided they are isolated to the joint areas. It's when they're left unmaintained for extended periods that they can create blockages or even damage a pipe. So far, nothing of any alarming nature. Looks like just minor common roots. There is an issue of access, though. The cleanout we dropped into would certainly not meet the criteria for a main sewer line cleanout. So, an extension of the drain pipes under the house, the 3 main criteria for cleanouts on the main sewer line are one within 2 feet of the pipe exiting the building, which in this case would be at the back, one after every 135 degrees of turn, and then one for every 100 feet of sewer pipe. So as we come out the back of the building, I had to push through maybe 30 feet of pipe or so to get to that point. And then we have that 180 degrees of turn. I don't see that there's a joint here at this location. Roots must be coming out on the top and just growing along. So as we get up to the top of this little drop here, this is down in the planter area out near the front left corner of the building, or excuse me, of the property. The pipe's only about 2.5 feet deep here, so this is a really good location, easy spot to extend this Y fitting up to the surface for a clean out of the lower end there into the street. And that'll kind of split the system out, give better access. So that's just a good idea. I'll go ahead and mark that out with green marking paint. Let me get some water going inside the house here to clean off my camera lens a bit. Nothing of any alarming nature through this section. It's a pretty long, clean run here up along the left side of the house. So really, this clay pipe's in pretty good shape. We do have more root intrusions underneath the back patio area. here is really clean. Alright, so here we're coming around that first 45-degree turn, and this is out to the left of the enclosed patio sun porch area there. So that being not really a part of the actual structure, but kind of an enclosed patio or addition, I wouldn't really consider that part of the footprint of the building. This clay pipe runs underneath that enclosure, which if it were to be considered part of the footprint of the building, it would not be allowed. The clay is not approved for usage underneath the structure. But in this case, the pipe's in good shape, nothing broken or damaged. And then, like I said, if we consider that an enclosed patio area, we could probably just say it's not under the structure. Alright, the third of the four turns. The first one came around being the fourth turn. Now we're running kind of parallel along the back of the house here, maybe 10 feet out or so. So really not much to speak of in the way of roots in the 4-inch pipe here. Some slight roots there. Alright, so there's another 45, and then we'll have one more here before we come back up under the building. That's right here. Now we start seeing the more significant roots, which basically look to have been being maintained from this area. But I do think, yeah, it looks like here that this fitting's broken. You can see the cracking coming up along the left side and up around the top. A little hard to make out, but this fitting here is definitely cracked. It's been damaged by these roots. And then now we're pulling back up under the building. This is where the cast iron building drain exits the structure and meets up with the clay. This is the area I'm guessing has been causing some blockage issues. Definite signs of cleanings being performed from this 3-inch cleanout we dropped into. I'm going to try to locate that out. Very likely going to recommend some repairs there, or at least shortly. Now, let me pull the camera. I don't want to wipe the camera off a little bit. I also want to show you where this cleanout is. So it's right here on the right side of the building, inside this crawl access, and it's towards the back. There's another one forward up by the front of the house. But here's what I'm talking about. You see all the toilet paper and stuff on the ground, on the leaves around here. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and push back out there real quick. Take a little bit better look with the camera cleaned off. You're tying into some older cast iron piping here. Again, this is the area that is of some concern. Part of the reason our cleanings haven't been all that effective there is because this 3-inch cleanout is a little bit undersized. if you look closely at the top left of the screen here, looks like there's a little hole in that pipe, possibly from a long time ago that was repaired, but there's a concern there. Yeah, you can kind of more clearly see now that crack running up along the left edge of the pipe and along the top. Alright, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination. I'm going to track and locate these areas, see where they're at, what kind of surfaces they're under, and then I'll make my final recommendations in the written report. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.